Hey, good news! I found a definition of love for God. What's the matter? Is that dorky? Is that a dorky thing to get excited about? Well, let me tell you exactly why I'm dorking out about it. Swedenborg is going on and on about you gotta love God and all of these other religious, spiritual things. Love for God is so important, but it's just weird. It's like a cartoon. Love, the most important thing to you in your life is gonna be love of God. How many times have you met God? Like how much one-on-one time have you spent, and not like thinking about that God is nice, but actually like FaceTime? We have so little direct, tangible experience with God that is gonna become what you love the most. That's so hard. It's hard to do that when I feel like, yeah, I've got some fuzzy feelings about God, and there's times when I really feel like I'm connecting to something and I like what I hear, but it's so intangible. There's a lot of things that I really love, and I know I love them. I love hobbies. I love nature. There's a lot of people that I can think of that I love. And while I'm listen, I make religious videos for a living. I'm all about God, but it's hard to form the same kind of love, because so much of my interaction with God is also around the seeming absence of God, like all the hard things that I'm going through and everybody goes through. Hello, are you there? I need help. I've said like 1,000 times, I need some help, and I would like some help that's super effective and tangible. So that's there in my mind alongside all the good experiences, and it's just a confusing jumble. And how are you gonna have it as you come out just loving God? Okay, so here we go. Here's the definition. He says, love for God is being moved by what comes from God and thinking as a result of that feeling. Swedenborg's Structure of Consciousness 101. You have God on one side and you have hell on the other side, and our mind is like where two rivers merge between God and hell, and there's stuff that's coming into our mind that is from love, which is what God is, and there's stuff that's from selfishness, which is what hell is, and all day we're flipping through these different thoughts and feelings. And what this is saying is that when that comes into your mind, that thing from God, the good thing, the joy in, when I talk about hobbies and friendships and nature, the joy that I get in those, if it's real joy, if it's a genuine friendship, if it's a hobby that's got constructive and there's a joy in the building and the doing of something, that stuff is coming out of God. And us building a love for God is constantly, every day, we are sifting through these things from hell and from God. And the more that we are moved by what comes from God, then in that instance, we're loving God. That is building our love for God. Not necessarily because we can tell it came from this omnipotent being, but because we're interacting with the nature of God there. We're actually getting to put our hand on God and understand what God is, not just what we think of God. Of course I interact with that. My whole life is this sifting through, and this, as I grow and I age into different brackets of mental understanding, and I come to get things that I used to think didn't matter, the way I treated people in certain ways didn't matter. Like when I was a teenager, and we would be thinking, oh, what if we could go jump in somebody's pool at night and go swimming? Wouldn't that be so fun to try to get away with it? But now I know that destroys somebody's sense of security, and that is just not an okay thing to do. You don't have that part of your brain. You have to meet God. You have to understand in this world, now I'm not gonna go jump in somebody's pool at night, because what if it scares them? What if it makes it so that they don't feel safe in their neighborhood? What if they have to redo the chemicals? These are the things you have a chance to meet God and be moved by God and eventually think as a result of the stuff that comes in from God. When we start to gain that reverence for the good of love, for the things that come in from God, when we start to build up that obedience to them, totally in a state of freedom. But I know, look, when that comes in and I can tell this is heavenly, this is right, and this is true, and this is fair, and this is what I would want somebody to do to me, that moves me, and I'm gonna base my thinking on that. Oh, that's God? Well, I can interface with that. And I'm totally, over the course of this crazy life that we're all living, slowly building this experience and this ability to, when it comes along, say, Yeah, I love that. Okay, I got that. Thank you.